And what is up, everybody? You are tuning in right now currently to another episode of Binge Buddies, baby. That's right. It's me, your co-host, whatever, man, for the day, dude. Tony here on the table, which you're like, wow, dude, Tony on the table. Normally he's producing. Like, where is he over there? Who's producing right now? Is he a magic man? I ain't no magic man. We got JG,
That's
dude.
Right, yeah.
What's up,
Joey?
Joey?
Where's the
over
camera?
there,
I'm like,
dude.
oh, there we go.
It's over yonder,
He hides
dude.
them.
I hide them.
Yeah.
I'm a hidden camera maniac, dude. Check
And
your toilets.
look what we got over here.
Check your showers. Check the couch, baby. Because we got Michael C. Theophil shredding licks beyond anyone's capabilities over there.
That was a great Full House kind of intro, like head
Thank
turn.
you.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's sick, dude. Wow, dude. That's fucking
Tony
awesome.
hates it when
man.
I'm right.
No, I didn't even look, dude.
He wants you to be
honest, dude. No. I want you to be what?
Left.
Is that like supposed to be a joke, dude?
Yeah, you got it?
Right, left, right, dude. What is it? I don't know. But I'll tell you right now, what I do know is we have a great episode for you guys here tonight.
This episode's better than the movie.
This episode is going to be better than the movie we were probably reviewing. And really, that's just the review in and of itself. But stick around because we have more in-depth. We have spoilers. Let's freaking go, dude. But like the title says, like the thumbnail has, Superman. Just saw it. 3:45 p.m. showing, Trumbull AMC, dude. And there's a lot to talk about, obviously. But of course, we have rapid fire news today. A couple of trailers we'll be talking about as well, dude, which may or may not include Twisted Metal and The Odyssey, maybe. A trailer that you can't even fucking find on the internet unless it's in Spanish, maybe, possibly, dude. But first, we do have some comments. So I guess let's get to it, dude. Early and often here in the evening, we have Ernie's number one buddy, dude, a.k.a. Michael Bukta. He says, Ernie, what if your wife and kids also move into my mansion with you? Is that a yes, good sir, dude?
Wait,
yes.
Wait.
So
read that again? I don't think that made sense, did it? What if the wife and the kids move into my mansion with you?
Correct. So earlier today, dude,
saying.
this is Michael continuing a conversation he had earlier with Ernie's on the sports board, dude, where he wants to move into a mansion with Ernie. Ernie said, can't do it. I have a family, can't afford it. But now Michael is saying, this is my mansion. I have it. I bought it. And you can just move in here with me now with the family, dude.
Tony, he's insisting.
He's insisting.
That'd be a
dude.
crazy reality television show.
I think we should do it. We should film it. People will buy it. And I'm sure, well, actually, I don't know, man. I don't think Michael Bukta will give Ernie like the growing operation that he wants, for his business.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not, dude.
There would be no farmland there.
Speaking of growing, in his backyard, Keith Metzger here also says, Binge Buddies, LFG, dude. He says, have a great show. Hope the movie was amazing.
It
Not
wasn't.
sticking
It sucked
around.
ass.
He says, peace out. Yes, I spoke to Keith before the movie we saw. Obviously, the big Superman fan himself. I was like, yo, dude, are you seeing the movie right now? Because we're seeing the movie. And he's like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll see it this weekend. Kids are off or something. Kids are away, I think. I don't even know what he said. Something about the kids not being there. So he has freedom. But I mean, hey man, it's still, Keith, if you're still around, dude, just go see it. Don't worry about that. And then, Ernie's number one buddy here, Michael Bukta says, Joey, with the
It's me.
fire emojis. That's right. It's Joey.
I need all the praise I can get. Come on.
And then he says, Michael, how old are you?
333 years old, Michael.
And then he says, Ernie is getting every best thing in that mansion.
He's getting every best thing?
Like, what is that? Like, couple OTP HJs? Like,
It sounds promiscuous.
that's what I mean, dude. What it looks like you're doing is kind of promiscuous. With your hand in your lap,
Mike can't
fiddling around, dude.
Mike can't be normal
Because you don't really see the phone; you just see your knee. So it's like you're kind of like flicking the bean, as they say.
Like Homelander?
If he was a woman, yeah. Let's get right to it, dude. Enough with the fucking Ernie and shit, dude. Ernie's not even fucking here, honestly, dude. All right? What's so fucking special about him?
Yeah.
Go call him right now, Michael. Go ahead. Go.
Call him.
We're going to be sticking around here, not calling anybody. We're calling the shots when it comes to Superman. So a little bit of a couple tidbits here for you, dude. Obviously, this is a highly anticipated remake. DC, the rebrand, James Gunn, co-CEO with his boy, writer, director, producer of this is like supposed to be kicking off here the next or his phase, the James Gunn phase of the DCEU. Obviously, because we know there's been a lot of, backlash with the Justice League. Obviously, no more Henry Cavill since the changing of the guard over there. So a lot riding on this one. A lot of money as well, dude. I spoke about the budget. I was doing some research before the show, and the budget numbers, because I guess it just came out, are a little like kind of like up in the air. It seems It's been reported that the budget for this film was $360 million before marketing and what have you.
That's a lot. That's
dude,
a lot.
Which is a lot. And they typically say marketing adds another 100 to 150 mil. So at most, it seems like you're looking at what, 500 million, right?
Yeah.
For this movie. But then it was reported, well, after like tax deductions and certain, I guess, like donations or whatever they said, the budget is more like 200. Okay, which would then, after marketing, put it around 350 to 400 million. But again, so take those numbers with a grain of salt. Regardless, this movie has to make $500 million, it seems, around to break even, dude. Which is pretty wild to think about. And we were even saying, like, I can maybe try to do some more research in terms of what the salaries were, but I mean, like, it's not like they really had that many big names necessarily. David Cornsweet, like, I only know him from Twisters, the sequel.
Yeah.
That's the really only thing I know him from.
Yeah.
And the woman who played Lois Lane, I've never seen her in anything else.
Yep.
Like, these aren't like highly demanding actors. I would think Nicholas Hoult is probably the most like guy I've seen, most actor I've seen in other films around. Yeah. Because obviously he was in X-Men, Nosferatu, definitely some other stuff. But yeah, dude. So very interesting, I guess. I mean, obviously take it with a grain of salt here, but the movie itself, in my opinion, and we can kind of, I guess, like go through maybe the plot a little bit, but honestly, I kind of was surprised by the way it did start off, and I enjoyed the way it started off. And I know these guys kind of shared somewhat of a similar sentiment as me, but
it's the first 10 seconds.
It literally the first 10 seconds where it's like, you're in some type of, you're in the Arctic, you see snow, yes. And then there's like that classic like theme song. So you're feeling good, and you have some font on the screen laying down some of the plot line here. 300 years ago, yada, yada, yada. 30 years ago. Right.
They kept being like, oh, it's 3. There was like 30 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know why all
3
the
years
threes.
ago, 3 months ago,
3 minutes.
Yeah. They were like trying to like it was all in threes, and it's like, oh, okay, cool.
Like, like, what was
the point of that? Like,
what was the point of that? Is right too, because they never really. It's not like anything really happened in threes after this.
He's trying to be cute,
right?
You know what I mean? Yeah, they think they're cute.
Let's make it all 3.
Yeah. So,
which I don't really appreciate that.
I don't appreciate that either.
Like, you kind of duped me a little bit.
Yeah.
But in any case, again, this is the best part. Laying down the foundation. Superman's 30 years old. 3 years ago, he's like, yo, I am Superman to the world. And then, like, he's the fucking man. 3 months ago, he stopped a war. But then 3 minutes ago, he lost the first battle ever, dude.
Yeah.
And then you see Superman crash land Arctic, and he's like, and you're like, okay, word, this is the trailer. And in my head, I'm thinking, are we doing like flashback maybe? Where like this is, and then we're gonna work our way around back to when he's getting fucked up.
Yeah.
Or is this like, is he? Because I mean, like, I don't know, man. Is he just gonna like, we're starting in a battle? Is he gonna get captured right now? We're starting on a bad note, on a low note. No, we're doing none of that, dude. They actually take a kind of somewhat of a left-hand turn. I want to say, because they're bringing Crypto, just like the trailer said. The whistle, Crypto comes, bring me home. But it was like, kind of like a little lackadaisical, like Crypto comes in here and he's like kind of farting around a little bit, and it kind of like takes out like all of that like drama and suspense that like the first few minutes, not for nothing, like did to me. Like I was like, ooh, I was in. I was like, ooh, okay, like he's getting fucked up. I know the situation right now, and like I was ready for some shit to happen, But then they kind of lighten the mood up, and then he drags him home, which seemed like, right there, basically. He didn't crash land right by the Fortress of Solitude, it seems. And then he gets repaired up, and then he gets back out there, and then he, I guess, kind of still gets fucked up, but the guy, and what is kind of confusing to me was the country names, to be honest. That's where I kind of got a little confused and upset, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because I was like, all right, like I was like, oh, are these like other planets or something? Because like these countries weren't real.
Yeah, no, they that was another like the theme that I want to go with here. At some point, we'll get to it down the line, but like definitely played it safe with this movie in terms of like just like they used fake countries,
right?
You know what I mean? So they weren't going to upset anyone.
I guess they didn't want to use like
like
Israel.
exactly. So And there was a lot of like Lex Luthor being like an analog to like Elon Musk. I got that a lot of that. I felt that in the way they talked about him. You know what I mean? So
interesting.
Yeah.
But it was weird because he kind of gets Superman gets fucked up by the Bavarian hammer, right?
Is that Ultraman the whole time?
That was Ultraman dressed up.
Yeah.
But like you kind of like, all right, but then like nothing really happened after that. Like they just kind of left him there, which like not for nothing, it seemed like they could have killed him right there. Like he kind of met his match. It seemed like, so it was like, I don't know, very odd perspective, I guess, to kind of walk into now as the story developed a little bit here. And what kind of also bothered me was when they brought him back to the Fortress of Solitude, the robot is playing the tape. And it's like, it soothes him, telling him to talk to the other robot. And it's like, and then he kind of explains what the video is, but it's like, dude, if this is like, why are you, I don't know. It seems like an odd time to explain that video because Superman clearly watches it all the fucking time. And it's like, what are you, robots? Like, are you new? Like, I don't know. It was kind of threw me off guard.
That was a good example of like writers and filmmakers, like just having like, just being like, oh, you're stupid. Like you need it. You need a very obvious thing spelled out for you.
Yeah.
We have to like not just show you, but also tell you while we're showing you.
Like, why couldn't
no subtle, story, none of that.
And not like, how about just give us subtitles for the video and I'll read them on the screen and I'll understand what the video is and why it soothes Superman, It was a very awkward way to show the audience what that video was, dude. And obviously that video does go on to be a pretty like pivotal thing.
Yeah,
in the plot, so that again kind of annoyed me, and I'm like, overall the vibe right now is like really like lighthearted, and it's like, I don't, not for nothing, but like if Superman just got defeated for the first time ever, like don't you think he'd be like, damn, But he's like, oh dude, dog, come on, dog, stay there, whoa, the robots, like. I don't know, man. It just didn't really fit for me, dude. And Michael said this before. It kind of is like that's the James Gunn calling card. But it's like, I don't know, man. Like maybe I'm wrong for coming into this movie with a different expectation or idea of what it's going to be. But I thought James Gunn was going to turn this, yes, obviously DC into his own, with his own flair, but like something new, like a next project to like make, But it's like he is kind of following this formula that he did with Guardians,
Yeah.
And he did with so many of his films. And like, I don't know, man. Like, again, like there are times where like that comedic relief is awesome, but it's like when it's all the time, it's not. And like, honestly, dude, like I feel like a lot of the scenes too, they were trying to be funny. So I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Within the first 15, 20 minutes, I was already like pretty disappointed in this film.
I could feel that. I sense that energy from you. I sense the energy from, and also Mike, because he fell asleep, of course, again. Everyone look at him.
I saw like 60%,
do you remember anything I said?
When?
Of like what I said, like what I'm up to right now. Like, do you remember the things that happened?
Yeah, of course.
Definitely was caught off guard with Bradley Cooper, by the way, being his father.
Dude.
And I know maybe, again, they kind of like pay like the fact that Marlon Brando, was Christopher Reeve's father in that one, that Superman. So obviously they're following that, which is cool. But it was funny. It was definitely funny. Like I think, not that Bradley Cooper isn't a great actor. I mean, dude, first of all, Maestro, great movie. I haven't seen Maestro. I don't think Mike saw it.
Mike doesn't know.
You watch that with me? Who did I watch that movie with?
Jay, maybe.
Jay, baby.
Jay, maybe.
Maybe I watched it by myself. That's what I do now.
Oh, we have some more comments here, I think.
Yeah. What do we got here? Anything from Michael Buckner that's useful? Because it's not like anything that regards like if it's something about Ernie and shit, dude. Like we can skip those. We can filter these out, man. All right, because we're a serious organization here, put on a serious show.
That's right, dude. We can't have any of this nonsense now.
That's right, dude. We're sticking to the formula, to the script.
Everyone has to lock in, including our fans and our viewers. You got to lock in.
Absolutely.
Stay focused.
And like I know, like this is Superman. All right, this is the summer blockbuster of the season. Okay, supposedly. All right, and there's a lot of history going on here. A lot riding on this. This is the real deal. Let us know what you think of Superman. Other ones that you've watched. Do you like Superman? All right, I don't want to hear about Harry Potter. Buckta, okay? But go ahead, we can get to some comments.
That's I guess what Buckton wants to talk about. But your mom's chiming in.
Hey, what does my mom say?
Hey, fellas, need to know what you want for dinner on the 24th, and can we take Anthony out for his birthday?
So,
are we going in the 24th?
We have to.
Oh, okay, cool.
Right?
Just making sure.
I'm not gonna drive down to Jabbar A on the
Jabbar
day
A.
of, dude. That's fucking Jabbar A. Jabbar A. I mean Thursday. I don't know, man. I kind of feel bad making my mom cook so much, dude. I mean, she was it's such hard work.
It is.
The last weekend we were there. I don't know though, Mom. Maybe we'll just order something. I don't know. I gotta think about it. But also the 25th on Friday. My mother called me during the move. This is it now. This is what happens when I don't answer my mom. We bring it to the show and we lose focus. We get off track. We're driving off the road now into a ditch.
Stay on the road.
TBD, I'll talk to you. Friday, we're probably not going to come back. We're probably going to stay in Jersey.
J-baby.
All right. So,
J-baby.
Superman.
Yeah. Where was I? I was kind of already off
It's
of it,
just
dude.
trash.
And it really is a shame, dude. And again, am I wrong to think that James Gunn should have been doing, am I wrong to think or to expect that it would have been different than his prior films?
I mean,
is that crazy of me to say that I went in there expecting something new?
I thought that too, dude. I did, because I was thinking he's got a new start. He's going to do something different.
And it's like DC. Like, there's Marvel over there, and then there's the DC. Like, why?
He's just not creative.
Blank page, I guess, dude. I mean, listen, every director, obviously finds their niche. And I don't know, man. But I mean, not for nothing. Like, there are great directors who, make a film and you really wouldn't tell that they did that film,
Yeah.
That's right.
Like, even though Tarantino has his own style, I mean, his films are different.
Yeah, his films are fire.
And then to boot here on this one, just the script wasn't great. Because then, again, after Superman gets fucked up, we get tossed into Clark Kent, which I also kind of thought was, I guess, an odd time to do that transition. But, we see his, I guess, the dynamic of the Daily Planet, which is fine, I guess. But I don't know. And again, I don't know if this is like what it is in the comic books, but, they kind of took like this Peter Parker, like, tract where he like interviews Superman. That's where he gets his quotes from and stuff. Like,
yeah.
Is that like factual to the original movies and comics?
The comics, I wouldn't know. I'm not that guy.
And I like from what I remember, like, was that Man of Steel where he's like getting quotes from Superman?
Who?
Clark Kent.
Oh,
you don't know.
I don't think. I think it. I mean, it's
because I feel like with the Christopher Reeves movies, like they didn't really do that.
Yeah, that's kind of like what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Yeah, but no, it's not a thing. It's definitely happened in comic books, but
so I don't know. I thought that was kind of weird.
He was trying to go comic booky for this movie.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like Peter Parker, he takes photography. He's he's Spider-Man photographer. Wow, dude. And also, I guess we are in a state where Lois Lane does know that he is Clark Kent. So like that was also established.
That's the only reason she wants to bang him,
which is fine, dude. Yeah, honestly, that kind of pissed me off the most too, because like she's fucking talking to Mr. Terrific like I'm gonna break up with him. And then it's dude,
that was hilarious.
And then the first thing she says when she actually sees him after he saves the fucking day, I love you too. Like after you left him fucking hanging for like the whole film, like you're a dumb bitch. I'm sorry, dude. You don't really love him. You probably just love the idea of banging Superman.
I've been there,
and I hope
you like bang Superman.
Yeah, you like banging Superman.
He really does.
No, I've been there where girls just like me, for the superhero aspect, not for me.
What's your superhero?
Like I fucking hope that he the sequel should be like Lois Lane gets impregnated and she can't fucking handle giving birth to a fucking Kryptonian and she explodes. That would be sick.
That's
dude.
The Boys,
right? Like, that's in The Boys.
Well, how Homelander was.
Do you like The Boys?
I love that show.
You love The Boys?
He loves boys.
That show. Homelander's born that way. He lasers through his mom's stomach.
Oh, that'd be wild.
Floats
dude.
up out of her.
Yeah. It'd be cool if like baby Superman like does the blow. And then she goes, he pops right out, and she fucking,
Yeah, they're not gonna do that.
But she was a good actress. See, this is kind of the point I was making, where Michael didn't write the acting. But
I didn't.
I will say, I thought David Cornsweet here, good job.
Luther.
Nicholas Hoult likes Luther.
No, I didn't think Cornsweet was good.
See, I think that they were good actors, but I think that the writing and the direction of the film brought them down.
Mhm.
To be honest, dude.
You like the Green Lantern too?
I do like the Green Nicholas Fillion. Nick Fillion, I think is his name.
Mhm.
And he's an actor that I honestly don't like. And I haven't
Really?
like a lot of his roles.
Okay.
And I know he was in what the fuck is that?
Firefly?
Firefly, yeah, Firefly.
Firefly.
Big following for that show. He was also in this show I watched that was fucking Drew Barrymore. She was a cannibal. And Nathan Fillion, that's his name. Nathan Fillion was like a head guy. He was a head.
What are we talking about?
He was a zombie. You fucking know. It's like it's a town. It's a show. Drew Barrymore. We watch Timothy Olyphant, and they're like vampires or something. And they're in a town in California. We've watched the show together, dude. Like while we were fucking together, dude, we were watching the show.
I'm blanking.
I'm flanking
You're
you right
flanking?
now, dude. I'm getting behind you. Come on, dude. Drew Barrymore, Timothy Olyphant.
Wait.
And they're vampires in like some California town, and that's the name of the show, like vampire or like zombies.
Yeah,
and he's like
yes.
Nathan
He's in
Fillion.
that?
He's like the zombie. He's the fucking head guy. He's the headless guy. She like kills. It's the first person she kills, but
Hold
she
on.
doesn't like. He doesn't like completely die for some reason.
Yeah.
And he was pretty funny, but he was like so annoying at the same time. That show was just very far fetched. But Nathan Fillion, Green Lantern, very good. The dynamic that they had
Santa
to
Clara
human-
diet.
Santa Clara diet. dude.
Santa
Santa
Clarita.
Clarita, California, and their diet is other fucking humans, okay? Because
Mhm.
they're vampires, some shit. Drew Barrymore, I don't know, dude. But he was good. The chick Dana, right from Last of Us, she was Hawk Girl. You know, she's good. She's all right.
She didn't do much. Like she wasn't
she didn't do
bad.
much.
She
But, you know,
wasn't bad, but she wasn't like exceptional either.
She cursed.
she-
She killed a guy.
Yeah.
You know,
She-
that's as much as I can ask for.
Right. Yeah. I brought that up. Killing a guy is cool.
Yeah.
You know,
Let's fucking go.
when you're in a universe where nobody ever is, they're like, oh my God, second chances.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
second
fucking
chances.
get rid
Get
of
the fuck
him,
out of
dude.
here, honestly.
Solve the
dude. Yeah,
problem. You know what
yeah.
I
He's
mean?
being a little prick too, like the
Yeah.
guy, dude. So it was like,
Yeah.
again, the movie was like dark in some senses. Like again, like Lex Luthor playing Russian roulette with this fucking Indian cart guy. Okay, and
But
they
they-
fucking kill him.
They could have done more with that though. Like just in general, like that was one of the, like you said, he is one of the most evil things that he did.
Yeah,
That was like fucked up.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
But like even then, that guy that he killed was supposed to be like what was he involved with? The
dude who he killed.
yeah,
He was just like a guy that Superman like bumped into, saved him one time or something.
Is
right?
that it?
And he gave him food.
I thought that he had something to do with like the two countries or something like that. Like I don't know.
I
might be
know.
wrong.
I know they were referring to the engineer a lot when they were doing that sequence.
Yeah, so it might have been confusing.
Yeah, the engineer was that chick who was
Yeah,
like, okay,
I know,
I guess. I was kind of glad that she died, but she died like that. See that sequence was kind of dumb when the engineer had her fucking shit all up in Superman, and dude, like for 10 minutes they just kept saying, "Oh, he'll suffocate. Oh, he'll suffocate. He'll suffocate any minute now," and it's just like he's not suffocating.
I thought he was gonna fly into the sun.
Yeah, me too. I thought he was gonna fly up where they can't fucking breathe and
Yeah.
then fall off, and that's it.
It's like it's just sometimes I feel like these movie makers just like don't actually know what's cool. Like they come so close to something,
Mhm.
but you're like, how did you miss that? Like
Right.
that, like yeah, if maybe not the sun, but being like, yo, I'm gonna fly you into space and fuck you.
Right, and then fuck you. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
you know?
literally.
So like, yeah,
And even at that moment too of bringing in the cart guy to go back to him, like I know maybe it's too cliche, but like normally it's like Lois Lane is in danger.
Mhm.
Like maybe why couldn't that?
she wasn't in danger that entire
she,
time.
She was
yeah.
never in danger.
But besides when they were in the pocket universe. You know?
Yeah, I guess so.
But,
But
like-
like, did you even?
But
think
it wasn't
she
like
was in
specifically
danger?
her being targeted
Yeah.
and like,
Like, didn't you think? Because like we talked about it too, how like he's stuck in this glass enclosure now. He's got that mineral changing morphing man,
the elementalist or something.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever his name was.
who has the fucking kryptonite, who's keeping him at bay. And it's like, why could like he and the reason why they were able to get out of there because he killed that Indian guy. The mineral guy didn't
He got
like it.
sad.
Oh, why did he kill him, dude? As if like Lex Luthor's never done something bad. Like you couldn't tell this guy's gonna be a bad man. Like that was the fucking
Yeah.
the straw that broke your back here.
Yeah.
Okay, dude. And then he like gives him the sun. He makes the sun, I guess. But it's like again, like I would have rathered that like Lois Lane shows up in captivity and Superman just fucking fights his way out and
Yeah.
figures out how to get out of there like, on his own. Instead, we have now this mineral guy who honestly doesn't really add much past that scene. And his fucking son, who was just kind of for that sequence, was a little annoying that he had to like worry about this kid now. Like
Yeah.
that sound. Oh, like I can't. He's like, oh, I can't hold my kid when I'm changing my form. How the fuck did you even get here?
That was just an excuse to have it be like, oh, Superman is going
Has
to
to,
hold
like,
him up
yeah.
in the anti-proton river in the fucking pocket
like
universe.
lazy writing, poor
Yeah.
writing. Like, that's the element you're adding here that he has to juggle with. Why couldn't it be Lois Lane's life? You know, like why couldn't we juggle with that?
It's
like I thought that would have been a better direction. So again, I think a lot of that just boils down to poor writing. I think that the scene. How did you feel about the scene where Lois Lane was like, "All right, let me interview Superman," and they kind of had that back and forth where they, like tensions were rising.
right. Yeah. So like, I mean,
like, what'd you think about that? Like
it was honestly, I kind of expected
the acting, the writing.
I expected Superman to have more composure, and I think that was a thing, like somewhat of a theme that I saw a lot with like him not being very like. I hate kind of saying this, but like, yeah, grown up. You know what I mean? Like he's like almost like he's kind of more akin to like Spider-Man and Peter Parker. How it's like, yo, you're actually a young kid, and you kind of are a little naive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I think that there were a lot of things like that where, it just kind of displayed, that he didn't really kind of know what he was doing, or he was like, I don't know. You'd expect Superman to be like to like kind of have a comeback, to be to keep composure,
dude,
and to be like stoic and reasonable, like having sound arguments.
You know
what I mean? Because it's like, even if it's like, oh, he has to say like, oh well, you violated their airspace or whatever, and it's like, yeah, you know what, I did, because I thought that what I was doing, I thought that what I had to do justified it.
Right.
And you can
Just
be mad at that. But at the end of the day, these people's lives were in danger, and they're alive because of me. So I'll break whatever thing I have to keep war from breaking out or whatever. And it's like, oh yeah, that's gonna upset some people, but it's like, it's better that he like takes a stand than like kind of trying to like. It's almost like he kept trying to like weasel his way out of like any time that Lois Lane would like ask a difficult question, he'd be like, how can you like how dare you ask that? You know what I mean? Like,
not fair.
He's like, it's off the record. This and it's like,
biased,
it's like, I'm trying to like actually do an interview. Like I'd like to write a piece, But again, I just got to go back to the whole to her, like something I was talking about before with like okay, we were starting a new Superman, like a reset of like the Superman IP, right? And we're like skipping a lot of what I feel like is developmental things with like Superman's origin story, and like they gloss over it, right? And then like Lois Lane already knows that Clark Kent is Superman. I don't know how early she finds that out in the comics or whatever, but it's like,
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I think by the second Christopher Reeves movie she did.
Yeah.
She figured that he told her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I like. Yeah.
You don't like that it was kind of in the middle.
I've said this a lot, that I think that modern movies need to stop skipping the origin story. I know that it can get repetitive when it's like we're in an era where it's like almost, it seems like we're resetting every IP, like every we do one or two movies, and if we get through a trilogy, we do that, and then we start over again. If we can't get through a trilogy, we just cut it off and say fuck it, we're giving up, and then we start it again. But they're like so afraid to do the origin stories because that's like what has been done in the past actually pretty well, and they're like, oh, we can't like I just feel like they've done that for a lot of movies, like the Spider-Man movies, especially the ones that came after the Tobey Maguire ones, because that like they really didn't do a lot for. I mean, actually, I don't know what with the MCU one. How much of an origin story did they do for
Tom Holland?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I know for Andrew Garfield, they did almost like identical to what Tobey Maguire did. Like they did the photography class, they did the trip.
But they didn't do the uncle thing, right? They didn't repeat Uncle Ben dying, right? In the Andrew Garfield one.
I don't think so. I think they may have, or maybe for Tom Holland. I don't really remember, to be honest. Because I don't know. Well, Andrew Garfield,
whatever. It's just one of the critiques I have mainly is just like these
kinks.
Kinks. One of these things that I really just don't like about these modern movies is they're not like. I just feel like if you want to actually establish a good, like, okay, we're starting over Spider-Man or Superman or Batman, like you kind of do have to start at the beginning. and
Right.
you have to build on it. And I feel like they want to skip all that to, because they feel like, oh, they're boxed in. They don't want to keep, like, you don't want to just make the origin story again because like it doesn't change that much. Like, honestly, I felt like the Dark Knight, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man ones, like those, they they did a good job at putting an interesting slight little spin on those origin stories that put a different perspective on it.
Yeah.
Than different from the comics. So I don't know. I think that you kind of gotta build it a little bit, because there were a lot of I don't know. There's like a lot of exposition in the movie where it's like, yeah, I feel like a lot of these movies now where they're like it's almost like rush, but at the same time parts drag, because they're spending a lot of screen time just like doing really repetitive things. Like they're just like telling you 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Oh, like, what were some of the details in this movie where they were like, oh yeah, the his parents' message. They're like, they told you like 3 times in a row.
That's right.
There's no way it could have been mistranslated.
Right.
It's actually real. It's like it can't even be questioned.
Which is like,
and it's like they said it like 3 times in a row. When it's like, dude, I don't know. You can spend that time on screen actually doing other like plot points and like doing character development and stuff like that, but I feel like it's just really inefficient use of screen time that causes these movies to feel like they were like there's very little that actually happened in the movie. So
I totally agree.
I'll pass the ball to you.
No, I agree. I mean, I think again they focused a lot on Crypto. Like he was like at any point where there was maybe like what was close to a tipping point in an action scene, Crypto would come in and be a fucking like what's what I'm looking for? Like an awkward dog, dude.
So they try to make him the comic relief, but it was like,
and he's like flaring around the whole fucking time. And it's like, dude, like again, like just like the beginning of the film, it's like you built up this sense of drama and suspense, and there's been maybe some good action sequences, like maybe kind of into what's going on right now. And they bring him in, and the feel just gets completely like diffused and becomes lighthearted and just like kind of pulls the rug from under me from what I'm like ready to see, set up to see, I just feel like anytime you had that opportunity, like you said, to maybe expand on something or to do something good, you kind of fucked it up, dude. And that happened with Crypto, even a few times, I guess, with Lois Lane, I guess maybe too, because sometimes their conversations were like kind of stupid. And then with Lex Luthor's girlfriend, that was another thing too. Like she became like a pretty pivotal, like I guess, fixture in the plot line in terms of like uncovering Lex Luthor as a fraud,
Yeah.
And it was like, I don't know if that's like the idea behind like a theme for the film where it's like, maybe like the less likely person is the one who figures it out or something or whatever the case is.
I thought that was really cheap. I think I mentioned that before. I thought that was really cheap.
The whole thing, all of it.
His plot unraveled because it was easy for them because like
why is he even bringing
girlfriend
this bitch
didn't get enough
around,
attention or
dude?
whatever?
What the fuck are we talking about?
Kind of dumb.
Like that's again. Like I think for me, Lex Luthor to me is Gene Hackman. Like that's who I grew up. I was like the first Lex Luthor I've seen, and Gene Hackman was a fucking play a dog. Okay, dude, and he was chill. All right, like he was
play a dog.
He was a play. Like he had the bitches, but he kept them, like at arm's length, dude. Like they weren't coming on the fucking mission to the Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Whoa. Pause. Okay. So one of the other thoughts that I had was like, this is the stuff that I don't know. I felt like was really dumb. Was like they had that whole sequence of him going home in the beginning, back to his fortress, right, to Solitude.
That's right.
And it shows where it's like you are recognized, your DNA, right? There's a way only Superman can enter. But it's like they immediately after that do the scene with the bad guys just waltzing in. Like I feel like there needed to be a scene in between those two that showed that somebody trying to get in and not able to.
Right.
That would have made it so when the bad guys do just walk right in, that you're like, oh shit, that's like a big. It was kind of just like stupid. It
was stupid.
Like, what's the point of showing all of this security if you're immediately just gonna fucking like break it? Like,
and also like now that you're bringing it up, now that I'm even thinking about it too, like that was the first time anybody found the Fortress of Solitude. So how would you even fucking know that Superman's DNA is the reason why? How would you even know that?
I know. Yeah.
How did Lex Luthor even know that?
That's a good point. It's a great point.
Didn't really establish that, and also we don't find out how you got into the fucking like end of the film, which I don't know. I didn't really like that turned out to be a Superman clone, to be honest.
I also didn't like that.
I don't know if that's real for his character. I don't know honestly much about.
Yeah, I know that's probably been a thing, like Superman fighting his clone. That sounds like something that would happen.
Well, there's obviously Bizarro Superman.
You're right. Yeah.
Like that obviously, but it's like, I don't know, dude, like that, and then the way that was like, I don't know, the way that it just reminded me of The Flash. Honestly, did you see the sequel to The Flash? Or the Flash movie, I should say.
The more recent one.
Yeah.
No, I haven't, honestly.
Like that's kind of what happened in the end. Like he kind of fights another version of himself.
Yeah, it is a little cheap. Again, like just like there's so many bad guys that you could use that you're not using.
I know, dude.
What is it like? Is it Doomsday? Is that
Doomsday,
what? Yeah. I know that they've done them before, but like
they had him in Justice League.
Yeah, I just I mean, and Lex Luthor is the classic one, so it kind of makes sense to start with him in a way. But like, I don't know, just do better. I didn't know Ultraman. I've never recognized, and the engineer also have never recognized as like they might be bigger than giving it credit for, but they just didn't. They didn't strike me as like. And the same thing with the Justice League. I mean, I know the Green Lantern, and I do know Hawkgirl, but it was like the other guy, Mr. Terrific. I really didn't know who that guy was. He was cool though.
Yeah, he was great.
He was that one fight scene where he's at the military camp or whatever, and on the beach, and he just like he fucking kicks everyone's ass, and it's like, yeah, it's kind of cheesy. It's just like a music like beat 'em up montage, you know. But like it was cool. It was cool to see him. It showed him that he was powerful.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Because again, they kind of wrote him off a little bit as like, oh, he's the fucking smart one.
He's the brains, but
he's
dude,
just
he
the
fucking
smart one.
Ripped it up.
He got mad good.
He had
shit,
all these
dude.
fucking drones that were just like,
dude,
fucking bopping everyone, and just and he had the fucking shields. He was almost like kind of a better fucking Green Lantern, honestly. Like,
right? Like,
like I know Green Lantern can like do more stuff than that, but like the force fielding and all that stuff, I feel like
he was pretty fucking tough.
Yeah, he was cool.
And again, the way that was filmed, like from the perspective of Lois Lane, I thought that was just something cool and different.
Was that one shot?
I think so, from what I remember. I mean, it was a lot of, it was.
Just kind of rotating around, yeah.
And again, kind of the same thing they did with the Russian roulette scene, where it was one shot and they just kept fucking quick pan, getting reactions.
Yeah.
And it created, obviously the shaky, fast-paced action scene, kind of like a lot going on, like created a stressful environment here. Because even though I'm like, oh, she's safe in the fucking shield, just like her, I was like when she was done with it, she was like, holy shit. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
You know, like that was awesome.
That was cool.
Yeah. But
great. Like, he really did add a lot to the movie that made it like actually cool and enjoyable. Well, let's talk real quick about, because there's a couple things that I do want to get into, but like, was there anything that you actually liked or you thought had potential? They could have done better. Like, like something that you thought like was okay, this was genuinely a good idea. If they, maybe a certain actor you thought did a great job, or like a certain plot point that like, I know we kind of talked about a little bit where like you liked how they set it up in the beginning, like emotionally and all that stuff. Yeah. But was there anything in particular that you liked? Like for me, Mr. Terrific, I thought he was really cool. Never really heard about him before this movie, but definitely pretty cool. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like at certain points, I did enjoy how like fresh the movie got in the sense of like they were throwing out some curses,
Yeah.
Like when Green Lantern comes in to save the day in Bavaria,
he's giving he's using middle finger,
using the middle fingers,
like that's punching tanks with middle fingers and
like,
stuff.
That's fucking hilarious.
They were
dude.
trying to say it was Bulgaria.
Perhaps. I mean, when you think of Bavaria, like Bavarian pretzel, you think kind of like Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stoisch.
Like we're gonna do this again, really?
Yeah. So like again, that's something, and I think that like that's something I would want in a movie. Again, helps out with some comedic relief. As I'm a little older, I'm like, fuck yeah, dog, to some of this violence and stuff. But it's just like how you kind of said, like they kind of tried to reach kids as well. So like that to me, it could have been worked on, I guess. But for the good part, it was those moments that kind of showed something like, oh, this is for a mature audience, and that's something they should have built off of more. And I think at the end of the day, it boils down to that, where I think maybe is the only thing I can think of is that how like some of these maybe executives, or in this case, maybe James Gunn himself thinks, oh, I have to appeal to everyone. Let's get a little bit of everything and everyone. Whereas I feel like, and maybe this is why the earlier comic book movies did so well and were so well liked, is because they were like, fuck you. All right. I want to make this for my people. All right. Like the people that I like. Like I'm a fucking 25-year-old director. I'm going to make this for fucking 25-year-old dudes right now in the year 2000.
Mhm.
You know, like that's who I'm going to market to. The Kirsten Dunst is going to be looking hot and there's going to be some fucking Willem Dafoe action. All right. Like this is what we want, dude.
Yeah.
It's not going to be, let's have fucking some dog or some baby involved. Like, nah. All right. And that's what they need to figure out. They need to figure out their audience, dude, and just hammer that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Let's ask Mike if there's anything he liked.
Yeah, was one thing that you like was outstanding.
Anything you could be positive about in any way.
What are you eating right now?
Some gum. I ain't eating, just chewing.
That's right.
One thing I like about the movie or the experience.
What the hell does that mean?
Just give us something. Give us a soundbite.
Not the experience, not the theater or anything, the movie.
It's riveting.
Oh my God, Joey, you're so rude.
I mean, he was asleep for 40%.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah, for the short time you actually were watching the movie. Anything that was good, like the cinematography, did you like some of the fight scenes or like
No.
So just bad.
Yeah, I really didn't like it.
Just fucking F-.
I wouldn't go like F-, but you know.
Well, I would put it this way. What could have made it worse? Like was it not as bad?
Save the day.
Okay, he did at one point.
I mean, he kind of did too even with like I don't know. Dude,
the whistle, all the time. Yeah.
How many fucking times, dude? Like,
I guess I liked Hawk Girl.
Yeah, briefly.
Really, dude.
Yeah.
I knew he was gonna.
No, should good. Should be great to have. I mean, fly around with her and stuff. That'd be awesome.
All right, so Mike.
That's not why I liked her, but it was
just
funny.
Admit it, though. Just admit it.
No, I like that her as an actress.
How old is she?
God damn, like the actress?
Yeah.
Let's see.
She's probably my age.
Okay.
I'd be betting 30.
That could be insulting. Mike, do you remember? I don't know if we want to say this. Say
Hold
their
on.
name, but
No, I wouldn't.
no, we're not gonna say their name.
Okay, go ahead.
But there was a friend of ours that was at a bar with us one here.
Oh, dude, this is a great story.
This is totally off topic, but I feel like this is good to say. Is
It's good to say.
Well, we got it's funny. Okay,
Yeah, let's do it.
So
this shit is hilarious.
we're at
Tony's gonna die.
I wonder how. Like, why did you? We're just gonna tell a story.
All right, we were-
Because he said her age, so that's what makes her think about it. I'm not.
We were at a bar that Mike and I used to do video work for.
Okay.
And our friend was I guess they were talking to some girls, or some girls walked by. I forget.
No, they were at the bar. There's a couple girls at the bar. Yes.
Mhm.
And so the
She's 24.
oh the
Wow.
actress-
Isabella.
Okay, yeah. All right. So
Where's she from? You keep going. Keep going.
No. Talk.
No, I want to know.
Interrupt me. I want us to interrupt me.
Cleveland, Ohio. All right, that's it.
Ohio
Really?
girl. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. But either way, at this bar, talking to these girls, and these girls like asked him, he asked the girls like, "How old do you think I am?"
Mm-hmm.
So he like started it, right?
Classic.
Mm-hmm.
And then it got flipped, and the girl was like, "How old do you think I am?" You know what this dude said? This girl looks like
dude, yeah,
she's like somewhere around 30, could be a little younger, could be a little older than 30.
no, maybe even more. Honestly, like she looked older.
Older than 30.
Hold on. So our friend just goes, this is the wildest guess. He says 31.
Okay.
And she's like, I'm 29. And she got so upset.
Oh.
But it's like, we were laughing at this because you were like, why would you go high?
Yeah,
Right.
Like, why wouldn't
you always
just,
know? Just be like, oh, you look 25.
Yeah, classic.
like, why wouldn't you just like go low and just flatter them a little bit?
Right,
You
yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, especially if you're trying to mac, like, come on.
Like he tried to like hit the nail on the head is
Yeah,
what he tried to do. I
you
guess.
try to be too accurate. And I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
but like, yeah.
But also like, I mean, I don't know. 29, 31.
Yeah, I guess just being over that 30 mark is, not even a clean 30, at 31, like pushing it up a little further, right? Just one extra.
So did you see the deal or not?
No,
No. But yeah, so she's 24 years
Couldn't
old.
come back from that. See, she would have got mad at me if I said 30.
If you said 30?
I'm 24. Fuck. It's over. It's all right.
Yeah, I think
That's why you always go younger.
All right.
Bella Ramsey.
Yeah.
Even like, older people too. They're like,
yeah, not a day over 21.
Yeah,
no.
Dude, that fucking knee slapper. Yeah. All right, so
But yeah, Hot Girl was good.
Yeah, Hot Girl was good.
You know what did really bother me, which again I thought is poor writing and made the acting look bad, was that like Nicholas Hoult fucking shouting out the numbers and the letters for the moves.
my God.
That was so
unnecessary.
fucking stupid, dude.
And I didn't even see what was the point of that. Like,
what was the fucking point of that? Is right, dude.
Yeah, like was it like live on? You know what I mean? It's like it wasn't like a production.
No,
but then there were some times where it was like he was calling out numbers and letters, right?
Right.
But it was like most of the time, it's like when he does that, it's like he's changing which camera we're cutting to, right? It's not what it sounded like. He's being producer, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm doing right here, okay? But he would use those same number letter combinations. And it would be like to trigger Ultraman, like doing a certain
fight.
move.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like what's like,
and like also, but that's just so stupid. Like why? Because it also kind of seems like he like operates autonomously, also Ultraman. So it's like, and just the fact that's the direction they decided to go in terms of like implementing Lex Luthor in these scenes was so dumb. 13A, 47G, fucking A. Like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah.
Like that was bad.
That was actually bad.
was pretty bad, dude. That really annoyed me.
Again, another example of really inefficiently using screen time, right? Where it's like you could have done a lot. You could have told more story if you just didn't do this stupid repetitive bullshit. You know, because that's what it is. At the end of the day, it's like maybe you did that like once or twice, just sell the point.
Yeah.
You know, don't oversell. I think that's the thing isn't it a thing in sales where they're like don't sell past yes. Right. Once somebody says, okay, yes, like I'll accept that. I'll accept that. Don't like continue to fucking try to sell them because they might change their mind, you know, or like whatever. So I don't know. Just like they beat stuff into your head to the point where you're like, okay, I get it, dude. I fucking get it. Yeah. There's no chance that it could have been a misinterpretation.
Right.
You know,
it is. It's cheap, dude. I feel robbed a little bit.
Yeah. All right. So I have to bring this. This is the next thing. We have almost 60 people in here, 58 people in. All right. I want to see if anyone has anything to say about this, but like one of the things that has been talked about with this movie, apparently with the early screenings, was like some people were like, oh, it's woke, the messaging. Right. And I feel like it's like, okay, you know, some people might say low hanging fruit, but I think we should talk about it.
What do you think?
I think that it could have been a lot worse in that department.
Yeah.
You know, like there was no, I said this LGBT stuff, you know what I mean? It was, people, the main thing they said was like immigration, right? So there was a theme there, and there was that one preachy moment that Superman had with
literally like his final conversation.
Yeah, he's like, you got to be nice to immigrants and aliens and stuff. And it was,
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, it wasn't that much. Like you're right.
Yeah, it wasn't that. It really wasn't.
But also, like when he started to say that conversation, I was like, "Are you fucking like?"
What was the point of him saying that?
Are they really going to bring this up right now? Like,
he knows Lex Luthor doesn't care.
Yeah, right.
Like
why? It just seemed like that was really like at the end. They were like, "All right, well, let's have him do the fucking speech."
Yeah, you could tell.
And even that was fucking broken up with Crypto.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah. What
he
the
jumped
fuck,
out of nowhere.
And every fucking
like it's a fucking joke, dude. Maybe that's the joke, dude.
It's that.
Don't treat him like a human.
It's a dog.
It's a dog. I'm a dog.
All right, hold on, though. But here's the big thing.
Here you got, dude.
All right. So this is the thing I find the most ironic is you have this whole conflict, right, between the two countries, right? One country is invading the other or wants to invade the other. They say in the exposition in the beginning that Superman a few days earlier stopped them from invading initially. And they're like, there's this whole conflict, right? And then there's also the messaging in the movie, which is very strong about like, you know, being accepting of immigrants,
right?
You know what I mean? And like, you know, it's not as strong as people were saying, because it is kind of like it is very different with like an alien, like an actual extraterrestrial.
I think that's what was important with their phrasing, that they never really said immigrant. It was just alien, which obviously the alien, whatever, but like he is a fucking alien,
Right.
Also,
and the conflict didn't center around that either. Like the global conflict with the two countries. It was more
never really explained it, right?
Yeah, it was. Well, they were saying that it was like the classic, like,
Fighting
these people are dangerous. Like, we need to conquer them. You know, weapons of mass destruction. Kind of. You know, George Bush doing his thing.
Yeah.
Same kind of propaganda that we hear all the time, right? Why we have to invade a country.
Sure,
you know? They're a threat. You know, we got to bomb Iran. You know,
nuclear weapons.
Yeah, you know. So it's like, yeah. But I think the really ironic thing is they're like, they had that whole immigration messaging, but then at the same time, the fucking conflict is is like this country defending its borders and protecting its sovereignty.
Right.
It's like,
okay. So the irony.
There's a little like,
Yes.
I feel like it's kind of, I don't think that was intentional. I feel like they're just the way they made the people that were like working on that movie that injected that messaging in there. Whoever it might have been, whether it was James Gunn or like some other people that he knows that influenced him or whatever, but it's like, you kind of look stupid to try to put those two. It's like they didn't get how that conflict looked. Like what you could take away from that. It's like, that's actually a country defending its borders from foreign invaders, and Superman's sympathizing with them, but also at the same time being like, you have to accept me for being an alien.
Right.
I don't know. Like I thought that was really ironic, and it seems like something that they just didn't pick up on, or maybe it was too late by the time they realized that, like, they made this whole movie and they realized, hey, this like subplot kind of completely defies the moral theme we're trying to convey here. That was the most interesting thing I thought about in terms of the whole woke topic of like, again, a lot of the woke stuff wasn't that bad. Like they didn't harp on it a lot, you know? And there was the other message of like, his parents, right? He was like, about like, you're not who you people think you are.
Right.
Like you decide, your actions dictate who you are and your character.
That's a great message.
Yeah. And at the end, it's like, instead of like using his like birth parents, his biological parents message as, something to soothe him right after like a long battle where he got beat up a lot. He swaps it with his foster parents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was nice. That was nice to be like, yo, he's paying out, because they didn't get a lot of screen time.
Right. No,
but it was nice. He's like, yo, these are the people that actually fucking raised me.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's, so like, oh, and then, so we do have to go back to this. Unless if you guys don't have anything to say about the whole woke thing, I want to do that now, but then I want to
no, yeah, I think in terms of the woke thing, I mean, I didn't, again, I try not to really think about that going into movies. If it pops up and it's too much, that's what I think. But I don't think it was a like incentive or any type of like, in your face like agenda in this movie.
Besides those preachy moments, right?
Right.
There were like a few, but it's like it just wasn't a lot.
But even so, exactly, it wasn't a lot, and it did like not for nothing, like they established the struggle Superman was going through,
right?
Being an alien on Earth, like, and then obviously people thinking that he was an alien brought here to destroy Earth, like he had that conflict, like that was a legitimate thing where he's like, you know what, dude, like I'm fucking sick and tired of looking at this goddamn video. Not for nothing, like I'm down with Earth,
he's here to help.
Yeah, like I'm like, this is good, dude. I'm a human guy now.
Yeah. Like the messaging, like what he was mainly about was just like, it seemed like he valued human life over anything, which is a very reasonable take.
That's correct.
It's safe. It's not super political. He was just being like, I stopped this war because people were going to die.
Exactly.
And I stepped in and people didn't die. You're welcome. Simple as that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, yeah, it's not trying to like simplify the global politics. It wasn't really getting into that too much.
Not at
it was
all.
being lighthearted. Remember, kids are going to be watching this. They got to be able to follow it to a degree.
Correct.
But yeah. So you feel like I know what you mean. You try not to go into it thinking about that. But I heard some chatter, people saying, "Oh, it was."
Yeah, no, I did hear some too.
So I just thought we'd talk about it. You know?
No, of course.
Mike,
and I'm honestly happy with the product for that.
Do you have anything to say about
On the
that?
woke?
I didn't. No, I mean, I was asleep. So
you were definitely asleep.
The parts
dude.
I was awake were more action-y scenes. He was very apologetic, as you were saying in the car, Joey.
Who was?
Superman.
Apologetic in the car?
No, you were saying it in the car that he was apologetic.
Oh yeah.
Superman.
Oh right. Because the whole parents lineage thing of it was like trying to be like, oh well, you're actually from this like super like species of like powerful, almost like the like Invincible. Whether the what's the race that they are, Viltrumites. It was almost like that kind of. I know they obviously got the Viltrumites in Invincible are very like inspired by the Kryptonians, right?
Michael, stop listening.
Yeah, he doesn't
I'm
know.
listening.
I'm talking about stuff that you like, dude.
I'm listening to you.
Yeah, he's just not that cool.
I'm
Right.
listening to you.
But like, I do think that there was like I guess this would be the good point to pivot into this. But one of the plot points was the nice Tony, the original like the message that he was like, I guess I don't know if if like when he got to Earth it was like with him or like he received it like after he landed on Earth. But either way, he had this message. Seemed like for most of his life that he just listened to of his parents, basically just saying, "We love you."
Right.
You're going to Earth. You're going to be safe there. Like he said that you mean we love you more than heaven itself. Like it was very sentimental.
It was nice.
It was a nice message. But it's like, oh, the ending of the message was corrupted. And like Lex Luthor and like the engineer are like when they sneak in, they like take that message, but the engineer is able to like fix the corrupted data.
Right.
And you hear the end of the message. And they basically have it be like, oh, this Earth is yours to conquer. Take many wives, like like stuff like that. Where it's like when you hear that in the movie, you're like that's you kind of expect that to be like they are twisting the narrative, right? That there may be like intentionally mistranslating it, or like it was mistranslated, or like again like Lex Luthor is just being a dick because like nobody knows fucking Kryptonian, so like you could just say it means whatever, and like our top linguistics
AI,
whatever. So like it was just kind of stupid that they really hammered it in right then. They were like the top linguistics in the world like have all agreed that there's zero chance of any error in this translation.
Sure,
and they said it 3 times in a row, like of just hammering that into you, and it's like. Okay, cool. But at some point you're still expecting like maybe he is going to see the message later and it's actually going to say something different, and like it's just stupid. It's just really stupid because like they didn't have to do that. Like they could have done the whole Lex Luthor just twisting the truth kind of thing. And it would have made sense for Lex Luthor's character. And it's people are familiar with that, with the news and, just like how governments lie to their citizens and stuff. To just like, constantly twisting the truth. So like that, there's no reason that wouldn't have worked, and it kind of could have had a better like payoff at the end where like he does actually recover that message that they fully encrypted, and he like sees the end and he sees what it's really like, and it's like, be like, oh, it was actually a big mistranslation, because instead of it being like, oh, humanity's very confused and weak, it'd be like. They are very like that. Humanity has a lot of potential, but they need help. They're constantly at war with each other. They, you know what I mean? It kind of almost be like you like they will help you, but you will also be, you will help them, help humanity, rise to the might of maybe the Kryptonians or something. Trying to essentially kind of, carry on the lineage in some way, even if it's not like through blood, but to be like our ideology of rule of benevolent ruling, or something like that. Again, I don't know the comics. I don't know what the Kryptonian government was really like or anything like that.
Yeah, I
Empire
wonder,
or like
again. I wonder if that was like,
is that a thing? I don't know.
That message to Kal-El, like to Superman.
Yeah.
Did his parents really want him to fucking take over Earth? Like, is that comic book accurate? I don't know, man.
That doesn't seem right.
That
No,
can't be.
it's not.
Yeah.
Do you know that for sure?
Yeah, it's not right. And in like the shows we have, they're really well done. There was obviously like turmoil and any type of government issue and evil warlords on Krypton.
There's one evil guy, right? And they did that in the in one of the movies with Henry Cavill, right?
That blows up
General Zod,
yeah, something like that.
the first one.
Is it the first? I don't know, dude. I don't know.
That was the first one with what's his name plays General Zod.
Yeah. Who played him again?
That Michael Shannon.
Yes.
Great actor, that guy, dude. He's
Yeah.
a chill dude.
He is chill.
Yeah.
Seems like a hardcore fucking don't fuck with me guy, but then also like, let's hang out.
Yeah. But I just think that they could have. There were a lot of instances like that where they were like, this could be an interesting plot thread, and they just never do anything with it.
Right. Lazy,
Yeah.
writing, poor, piss.
Piss poor.
And I don't really know. Like, I mean, not for nothing. Like, I mean, like, you know, you could have spent more time unraveling some of those plot points.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is what it is at this point. I mean,
I did like the actor that played Superman. I thought he was all right. I mean, like
he was.
I do think Henry Cavill, whatever. He's perfect for that role.
Yeah, he's gonna be a hard guy to beat. But I mean, at this point, I mean, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Who's that?
I don't know. I keep getting calls.
No, you know who it's from, dude.
Here. But I don't know. Do we want to keep talking Superman, or do you want to move? No,
on? I was gonna say. I think at this point, I mean, we pretty much wrapped up on our thoughts. Unless you guys have final ones, I don't think you do though. But I guess rather, I would have to get a rating out of 10 here from around the room. Our scale, like I said, is out of 10. 3 though is like the threshold for unwatchable. So like 5 is like good. 7 is like you will fucking rewatch it. And then like obviously 9 is like, yo, it's fucking sick.
But what's like a good but not great score? Like a 6?
Yeah, I guess so. 5 is like it's good. Like that's like the point
that's the threshold
of good.
You wouldn't call 5 like mid. It's kind of like mediocre because it's like, all right, like kind of average. At mid, 5 would be like average,
right? Yeah, I guess it would be in the middle.
Good is like a little bit above average.
Yes.
And 7 is when it starts to get great, and then you get excellent.
If you want to do that, that's fine. 3 is unwatchable though. 3 and under is like you're never gonna fucking want to watch. Not even as a joke.
I think Tony's favorite part though was Michaela Hoover.
Did you just look her up? Is that how you got her name now? Is that why you said that? Because you just looked her up?
No, because it's showing me who's in the movie and what they were in before.
Is that the girl with the fake tits?
That was excessive, dude. They put
tell
him
them what happened there.
They tell him, and it's honestly
and they weren't that good looking.
Listen, man,
she's gonna be a terrific.
She you know, listen, whatever. I'm not gonna judge her at all, but obviously, you put yourself out there, you put yourself on the screen, like someone's gonna talk about it. And it's like it's funny because they did something similar in Mission Impossible too, where like they, for some reason, they want to cut to a woman who is
voluptuous.
Voluptuous. I guess you could say. I hate that word. And I was gonna say well endowed, but that obviously doesn't refer. I guess does that refer to breasts? She's big. She's got big boobs.
Yeah. Okay,
for lack of a better phrase here. And again, like just like what's I remember her name in Mission Impossible in real life. Yeah. But like they cut to her doing CPR.
Off, dude?
No, literally, dude. In Mission Impossible, you were there, dude.
Yeah,
The scene where they got what's her name with the big boobs doing CPR, and they have her like at the camera's like chest level, and it's just for some reason they want let's do it in slow mo. Let's do it in slow mo. Button down dress, button down shirt. First couple buttons unbuttoned, dude. Exactly, dude. And in this movie, it was this woman who worked at the Daily Planet, who, like I said, had has big boobs, I guess you could say. And
big boobs,
and they cut to this scene where her, Lois Lane, the other guy from the Daily Planet, and then the other guy, Michael, whatever his name was.
They're in the ship, right?
They're in the ship,
and they're all jumping
down,
like
up and down, and she is like they could have put her like behind Lois Lane, like kind of like in like a row behind, but no, she was like they were in a straight line across your screen, jumping up and down. And they also decided to put it in slow motion. So like obviously like you're fucking like the titties are out. And she had like this dress on that where like the cleavage was large cleavage. Like the dress ended here at the chest.
It wasn't like tight squished together cleavage though.
Yeah, it was like
exactly, spaced out cleavage.
Exactly, dude. What?
Because he's fucking
always mute.
Because he's abusing the fucking
you're fucking the microphone,
yeah,
dude.
Nah, I'm freaking.
So anyway, dude,
it was done.
The girl, you get the picture now. I don't gotta do it anymore.
Yeah.
So and it's just like how do you not? Like I didn't recognize that because I'm like some perverted man, misogynistic guy. Like
it's just so
how do you
obvious.
like how are you editing that and be like, no, this is good.
You know what to me is a standard for like a scene like that where it's like it kind of turns you on, but it's also like feel like it's deserved is like the what was it in is it the third Dark Knight with Catwoman when she does she has her like high heel in the leg and she puts it all the way out, to get that's Batman? She gets Batman. Yeah, dude, like that's pretty hot.
That is hot.
That's fucking hot.
That's also a little bit more subtle than just slow motion.
Right. That's what I mean.
It's
not just like ooh ass or fucking.
Yeah.
It's like legs, flexibility,
again,
dexterity.
Like this movie with those points were not
agility.
subtle. This movie was not a subtle movie at all in terms of plot points or tits in your face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So let's get to the ratings.
I didn't forget how that was brought up. To be honest, I might brought it up because he's a fucking misogynistic pervert. Dude.
No, I said that was your favorite part.
Well, she wasn't my favorite part actually, dude. And honestly,
the movie.
Like no offense to her, but I would definitely more attracted to the woman who played Lois Lane.
Yeah. She was all right looking.
I would say she was very attractive.
Tell her that at Terrificon.
No, we're not going to tell her that because there's no need for that. But I have to say that because that's the position that Michael puts me in. Michael puts me in these positions where I'm back up against the wall and I got to be the bad guy. But that's what he likes, dude.
He likes doing that to everyone.
He likes me being the bad guy. Yeah, okay, because then he can look good.
He's the Green Ranger.
Oh, Michael,
Green Ranger.
I like you for who you are. I don't care about looks, even though he fucking does. Superficial guy you ever meet. Yeah,
he
dude.
judges.
No.
Oh,
he's like, I'm cool, and he thinks he's Homelander.
He's like,
I'm better.
If you want to date me, you gotta you gotta fit in between my two pinkies, dude. This is his judge.
No.
Worthy, not worthy, worthy, no.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
I'm gonna give my rating. I'm gonna give my rating. 4.
Yeah.
4.
Oh, 4. All right, that's pretty good, I guess.
Because it's like
no, it's not.
It
wasn't.
No, I'm saying coming from him, like
it could have been
like what kind of expected.
It could have been worse, but it definitely was worse than average.
Interesting, dude.
Yeah.
It was worse than average, and it was like not to the point where I would like straight up be like unwatchable, but it's not. You're
not gonna watch it again.
I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend people go
spend their money
it unless you're like a hardcore Superman fan and you're kind of just seeing it so that you can like
the guys next to Tony.
Well, just like if you're a fan and you want to like see it just so you can have a valid opinion to be like, I watched it. I didn't just listen to what other people said. I went in on for myself just to see it. It's not so bad where you're gonna regret that, but it's like it's not that fucking good. Like, I don't know why it's so hard to make a good superhero movie now, but it's just like it's whatever, honestly.
Yeah, it is tough. It is whatever. Michael, your score? No one's giving you a drum roll. Like no one's. There's no drum roll.
I agree with Joey. It's a 4.
All right.
Now, what do we got, Tony? What do we got?
Well, I didn't think it was that bad. I'm gonna go like a 6.5.
No. I'm gonna go 5.2, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna decimals.
Yeah, he does that.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude?
El Presidente.
No,
he's a rookie.
Yeah.
He's using a
First
round
of all,
number.
Shut the fuck up with that bullshit, okay? Like this guy fucking invented a rating system. Like fuck you.
No, just keep it simple,
dude?
though. Keep
Like,
it simple.
I am keeping it simple.
Decimals are
5.2.
simple?
Yeah.
Simple decimals?
What do you mean? You were in the fucking second grade? Yeah, they're fucking simple. Yeah.
No.
God
But
damn
Joey's
it,
right.
dude.
Joey's right.
Here's the thing, though, is what I hate about systems like that is that why not just make it 1 out of 100 and you can not have the decimal?
What are you talking about?
Because it's the same thing, right? You're using
1 out of 100?
Instead of 1 out of 10 and then using decimals, just use 1 out of 100 because it's the same granularity.
No, I guess I see what you're saying.
No, not really though.
Because like 67 is the same as 6.7.
Yeah, but it becomes fractions now. So you're dealing with smaller increments. It's not like a whole number.
But you can just think about that
So
with
it's less
in
amount.
tens. It's in the 60s, right? Be like, it's a little bit more than a 6, less than a 7th. But it's like,
I mean, if you want to convert it, that's fine by me. But
I'm just saying, it'd be simpler to not have a decimal, a bigger because it's still the same amount of digits, right? It's like it's 3 digits once you get to 100, but it's like it's just 2 digits most of the time. You don't need the decimal to like give it that granularity, if that makes sense. I don't know. I think that's how I would do it. You don't need the decimal. It's another thing you have to fucking you have to say. It's like 6.7, saying 67 or 70. Yeah, 67. Math. I can say
instead of
numbers.
saying point, you have to say T.
It's better.
I guess if you want,
it's simpler. It's just less.
All right, 52 out of 100. Then I have to specify it's out of 100.
You don't have to do what I. You know,
but I would have to specify. Like, how do you know it's out of 100? If I say 52, if I say 5.2, you probably assume it's out of 10. I guess, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because what other grading system would?
I would get really upset if you were using a 1 to 100 and you were still using decimals. I'd want to fight you.
That'd be kind of wild.
I'd want to fight you.
But regardless, I'm sticking with the 5.2. I think
that's
decimals
fine.
are important. Fractions are very important, dude. Hey, listen, dude. That's what Mr. fucking Terrific said. You know, if you're off by a fucking fraction,
You can tear the universe apart.
Black hole.
Yeah.
Black hole.
Yeah.
But then Joey's gonna be like, "Oh, dude, I don't operate in fractions. I just do everything out of 100."
It's just more thing you have to write the decimals.
Yeah, I
You
don't
gotta
write
it
fucking
down.
decimals, dude.
You
I
have to
just
put a
fucking,
dot. Don't put a dot.
And then,
Just don't put a
and then
dot.
that's why you're making black holes in the universe because you're not using decimals.
I guess you're right. All right. So what do we got next?
Let's see if you can pull up the Odyssey trailer, dude.
Oh yeah.
Which again, you're gonna have to go searching for it a little bit, unless it's up there. Again, I saw the one that I watched was in Spanish, like the Odyssey trailer. I think it was on YouTube too. You may even probably see it in my history. Honestly, Mike, don't go anywhere. No, not explained. No.
Why?
You because like we're in the fucking show right now.
IGN.
No, go to my
no.
history. Go to the history. Go to the history, dude. History of Google. No, history. Google Chrome. Google Chrome.
history.
Or I guess you could do that too. I guess.
Yeah, I can do that, dude.
Even though I probably do the fucking history of Google Chrome.
Come on, just do it this way.
Because people see, I don't know. I think.
Dude, are you
no,
kidding me?
it's not there. It's not. Maybe it was on my personal YouTube. I don't know. Shut the fuck up, dude.
I already watched this.
Where?
Wait, what are we watching?
All right, I'm gonna go to history here.
Yeah, it's gonna be like you're gonna have to like go.
How to correctly pronounce penis? What? Dude?
That's not what it says, dude.
Good one, Joey.
That'd be crazy. I know
That's
exactly. I know how to
hilarious.
pronounce penis. It's ridiculous. Like, go to the fucking history, dude. Let's fucking see it, dude.
It's Odyssey trailer. There we go. You're right.
I'm pretty sure that's
Damn.
what you just fucking Googled, you dumb fuck. Oh!
Stay dumb.
Yo.
Dude, it's like far back.
Dude, my boy Billy Butcher was in Xena Warrior Princess.
No. It's going to be probably around, like, I don't know, 2 o'clock today, 1 o'clock, noon, between noon and 3, let's say. Because, right? Let's fucking, here we go. Here's noon, downtime TV. Anything that says fucking Odyssey Trail breakdown. Right there. Next one up. Yes.
We're here.
Yes.
What is this?
Why are
What's
we showing this to
Daily
the
Motion?
What?
Do we want to watch it?
Yeah,
Okay,
we're gonna fucking watch.
So I gotta go to
fucking
I gotta go to StreamYard.
Hit Shift S.
Shift S.
Maybe-
I like that.
Maybe Command S. Oh no, it's Shift S. Yes, Shift S.
Choose what to share.
Odyssey.
StreamYard. Odyssey. Yes.
Share it.
Share.
Now
audio.
fucking
Audio tab. Okay,
yep. Now go over and then now full screen it.
Full screen this.
Yeah, full screen the fucking the video.
All right, we're doing that.
Bang, and now go back to the StreamYard tab.
StreamYard
Bang.
tab.
And then you're gonna click one of the fucking layouts.
Right,
And
right
yeah,
here.
one of them. You can check anyone you want. You're the producer. And then
Yeah.
you gotta jack up the audio, boy.
Jack up the audio.
Add it. You gotta add it to the stream first.
I have to.
Click it. Yeah, add to the
Right
stage.
here. Add
Yeah.
stream. Okay. Yeah.
We're in it. This is it.
All right. Is this better?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Let's do
dog.
that. Let's do that.
All right.
Okay. So do we have audio? No audio.
Should be the fader on the audio board that
Oh,
you
my
would
bad.
use for
No,
computer
it's
sound.
It's on, dude. It is on.
Oh, fuck.
We not have
Oh, there we go, dude. Yes.
a movie.
That's a fucking teaser, dude. All right, like that gets me jacked up. We saw it in theaters. This is a teaser that's dropped. Okay, maybe honestly the first fucking people to show you guys, dude, this trailer on a podcast because I was looking for it earlier, couldn't find it online.
Mhm.
Found that one obviously Spanish. You saw it, Daily Motion.
Yeah.
I don't know what, but obviously they're playing it before movies, right? Michael saw it before Jurassic Park. We saw it today before Superman.
You know how I'm stupid. I don't know how.
Which is
One of
Which
the
way?
ways. One of the ways. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome.
So, I saw that, and I saw the old man floating. I'm like, is this old man in the sea? Yeah. Look at Tony. Look at Tony's face. I was like, is this old man in the sea?
oh god.
But I was like, you know what it was?
the fuck is old man
It was
in the
this.
sea?
Oh my god, see. That's what it was. So it wasn't Old Man in the Sea. It was the Odyssey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm pumped, dude. I'm pumped for the Odyssey, Christopher Nolan. And just seeing, I know it's a teaser, I know it's a little glimpse, but I don't think Tom Holland's a good actor. That scene with him crying, talking to John Bernthal.
That's a big statement.
Yeah.
You think so?
I mean, I don't
Yeah.
have a really strong
think he's
opinion.
better than-
I know.
he's better than all
Hold
those
on.
other
Wait a
young
minute.
boys.
Wait a minute.
What are you talking about?
I don't have a
What's
strong
with you and
opinion.
the fucking young boys.
I don't have a strong opinion about
I think you
him
do
as an
though.
actor. No, I don't, because I've never really seen his Spider-Man movies.
Okay.
So I'm like, I don't really fucking care. You know what I mean? Sure, he's a little baby boy, honestly.
I mean, yeah, you love that dude. But I mean, like, dude, like he's good as Peter Parker.
No.
Like he's good Spider-Man. But like Uncharted,
Yeah, it was weird.
he was not good in because he played it like Peter Parker.
Mhm.
So it's like
He's one of the finalists for James Bond.
which is not a good idea.
Yeah,
But
I will say though, that scene with him right there, I'm like, oh, maybe there's some maturity here. Maybe there's some depth to his acting.
Mhm.
So maybe if he redeems himself, maybe he could be good for James Bond. I don't think so. We're gonna get to some James Bond news later on. We can discuss it then. But yeah, I mean that's my take on Tom Holland. He's not. I don't
Not a
think,
good actor.
I mean, like, listen. I guess maybe I shouldn't say that maybe, but he hasn't proved to me that he can really, play a serious role.
Yeah.
Like he seems like that type of actor who gets casted, right? And like almost like why Christian Bale left Batman, right? Why he wanted to stop doing Batman because like I don't want to just be known for Batman.
Mhm.
He seems like the type of actor who does Batman and then that's real, or does Spider-Man, excuse me, and then that's it. That's all he can do.
Yeah.
And every other role after that is like, well, you're just trying to be like a young kid, like
Yeah.
And it's like, have I seen him in anything else? I think I want to say he was in like some chick flick maybe I watched. But it was like, he was like the young guy, like in the chick flick movie In Love or whatever.
Yeah,
So
it's kind of.
But I think that this movie, especially when you think of a director like Christopher Nolan, who's just absolutely legendary, and not for nothing, during that teaser, it does seem like he does or is going to play a significant role, or at least be a good chunk of this movie. Obviously, I would imagine a lot of it's about Odysseus, Matt Damon's character. But here, Tom Holland plays his son in search of Odysseus. So clearly, there's going to be some, I don't know, maybe not clearly, but I think there will be some type of, journey for Tom Holland's character in terms of finding his father.
Mm-hmm.
May or may not include John Bernthal's character. So I think there's a lot of potential here. Next summer, Odysseus, blockbuster film. And not for nothing, dude, last time Christopher Nolan had a hyped up movie that was hitting theaters and during the summer, Oppenheimer. And that shit fucking answered the bell over and over again. I don't care what you think, Mike, even though you probably didn't even see it.
I didn't.
Okay.
You liked Oppenheimer? Tony
wanted to make fun of you.
You should. Yeah, honestly,
I think you were asking for it, Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Fucking Opie and Anthony over there,
That's
dude.
right. Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. And honestly, dude, like, did you not? Like, why would you not? How would you not enjoy that movie, dude? Like,
I think it's cool. Manhattan Project. Destroy the world. Are you going to do it or not? Maybe, Who
did you
knows?
see the movie?
Yeah.
Did you like the movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was good. I mean, it's like, I'm not the biggest fan typically of like non-action movies, but that one is interesting enough.
Yeah.
Like the Chernobyl series on HBO.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like a little bit of action, but it's mostly like it's tension.
Yeah, exactly.
Tension, and it's like, oh, we gotta venture into the fucking.
Mm-hmm.
That was really cool. I thought I did like the Chernobyl thing more than Oppenheimer. Sorry. Wait, hold on.
Do you think it's pronounced Oppenheimer?
That's for me.
I don't know. I mean, I didn't watch the whole thing, to be honest, but I thought Oppenheimer, like lived up to the hype of being a summer blockbuster. And I mean,
yeah, definitely.
Like that weekend, like the fucking Barbenheimer thing, like that was sick, dude.
That was funny.
And not for nothing, dude. I don't know if you saw the Barbie movie, but I fucking love that movie. Dude.
You love the Barbie movie?
I laughed my ass off.
All right, Mike, we need your take.
I didn't see it.
Oh my God.
But like, and honestly, dude, like not for nothing, like to go back to even to like the woke shit too, like with like, I don't know, people were tight at like Barbie being like, so like, feminism, whatever, dude. But like, I don't know. I didn't see the movie that way at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I just was like, honestly quite fascinated about the story they created from like for Barbie, like for a movie.
Yeah.
Like it was just, I never would have guessed that would be the plot to a Barbie movie,
Yeah.
So I thought it was really creative, really cool.
Ryan's my boy too.
Ryan Gosling was fucking hilarious in it, dude. Obviously, Margot Robbie is like the perfect Barbie, dude. So like, I thought this was a really well made film, and it didn't really seem like it was pushing much of an agenda. obviously there was like the misfit Barbie that she was all about like just be happy with yourself, which is like I can get through that message, and it was good, dude. It was good.
Cool. Anything more about the Odyssey?
Oppenheimer, Nolan, track record, Odyssey. Like, let's fucking go. That's gonna be the fucking movie of the summer. Next
Slam
summer.
dunk.
Like that. It is. It's gonna be a fucking lock, dude. Like I'm so pumped for that one.
All right.
And I know you may be sitting here like, well, Tony, you've been saying for months that you're pumped for Superman, and now here you are, fucking saying how much of a disappointment. Well, this is gonna be different, dude.
Well, you know what it is? I want people to insist. You have to insist that it's gonna be good.
I do insist. I will insist. Again, I have all the confidence in the world in Nolan. I mean, the cast he's putting together too is gonna be great, and not for nothing. Like, I read the Iliad and the Odyssey. Like, I watched Troy. I'm hyped up for the story. Mythology is dope.
It is,
and it's like I'm fucking ready for it all, dude. Like, I'm ready for the epic. I want it to be 3.5 hours. All right, like let's fucking straddle in, dude.
Let's do it.
Let's fucking go.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, we're almost almost an hour and a half in here, dude.
Yeah, hour 20. Yeah.
That's fine because our next segment goes pretty quick, dude. You know the deal. It's time for some fucking rapid fire news, baby. And of course, this version of rapid fire news, and I didn't tell Joey this before, but if you go to the media assets, style, maybe style. No, sorry, it's media assets, man. My bad.
No, you're good.
We're at the top, which is overlays.
Yep.
The one in the middle.
This one?
Yeah, dude. Brought to you by Beef Octane. Dude.
Nice, dude. Hell yeah.
More than just Beef Octane. Discount code beefoctane.com. Downtime TV. 10% off your order, dude.
Nice.
And it is great beef jerky. So, like, fucking check it out if you want. Also, you'll be checking out some rapid fucking fire news. So let's goddamn go here, baby. I got to bring back up my fucking notes that I kind of forgot what the first one was. Obi-Wan Season 2, baby, is in the works. Greenlit, I think, last week. So they'll be writing it, shooting it. No release date as of yet. But I talked about this last Binge Buddies 2. The Star Wars homogenized market, dude, saturated too much. I will say the Obi-Wan, though, was one of the shows that I was like, this is really fucking good. They should continue this.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, other ones we talked about were just not as good, but this is a good one. This is good. Green, go. Green, yes, dude. Next up on Rapid Fire News, we have Mission Impossible Final Reckoning set to lose over $300 million, which is like pretty wild.
300 million?
Yeah.
Is that including the advertising?
Yeah, that's with everything. Yeah.
All right, so not Superman levels.
No, that's Superman levels.
Okay.
And I will say, I know I was disappointed with this movie. I do think more people should go see it. It was a good movie. A lot of respect for Tom Cruise, the send-off. Go check it out. But again, I mean, it's almost similar to Superman for me, where I was let down, lazy writing. A lot of things were, just kind of like beating a dead horse a little bit. But nonetheless, moving on. Bang. Next here on Rapid Fire News. Lethal Weapon 5. Yes, Joey. Is starting. It has been written, as far as I know. Mel Gibson, Danny Glover reprising their roles here for Lethal Weapon 5. We talked about the storyline. The director of the first 4 passed away, and he had one dying wish. If they do a Weapon 5, just make Mel Gibson do it and no one else, dude. And that's exactly what's happening. And Mel Gibson earlier this week quoted saying this is the best one yet.
I think it's funny that they're actually getting to Lethal Weapon 5 when Always Sunny.
I know, dude.
They have probably one of the best episodes, the whole freaking blackface.
Oh my God, dude. Absolutely ridiculous.
Wild, man.
But be on the lookout for that. Lethal Weapon 5 will be hitting theaters, I'm sure, sometime next year, I think they said. But next up here, speaking of sequels, we have another sequel in the headlines. Devil Wears Prada 2, dude. And honestly, if you're a man out there or whatever, and you can't sit down and watch Devil Wears Prada, there's something wrong with you, I think. Okay, because the movie's really fucking good. Okay, like the actual movie. I mean, say what you will about the fashion and the love story, but like we're talking about Academy Award-winning actors here. All right, Meryl Streep is the head of the Vogue magazine. Stanley Tucci is the guy down in wardrobe, dude. Emily Blunt, who again, her performance in Oppenheimer blew me away. By the way, here, Emily Blunt in this film. classic, dude. Anne Hathaway. I mean, again, I understand this revolves around the fashion agency, but it's a great movie. It's well written. It's well made, dude. There's some great montages, some feel good stories, dude. There's like the plot's good, dude. All right, because this woman just doesn't even fucking care about fashion. She's just a journalist, but she takes the job because she's looking at her resume, and then she's tossed in this world where she has to change. And fucking Vince from fucking. God damn it, Michael from Entourage is her boyfriend. He's a chef, dude, making her grilled cheeses.
I don't think he's in this one.
But you're fucking dumb and you haven't seen the movie. But then she's fucking
He's
the
not in the
French
second
guy.
one.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe not. I mean, I would hope so because she's reprising a role. Meryl Streep reprising the role. Emily Blunt reprising the role. Stanley Tucci reprising the role. And Kenneth Branagh casted as Meryl Streep's husband. Who's that guy? Look him up. He's a great fucking actor, okay? So let's fucking go.
All right, hold on. I just want to say that this is coming from a guy that used to work at a salon growing up.
That's me.
That's you. He likes fashion.
Listen, I'm all like, I do enjoy fashion. I like the name brands. I like Calvin Klein. I like Tommy Hill. I like Ralph Lauren. I like Burberry, dude. I do like that shit. I like Longchamp.
Mhm.
All right.
You've been groomed.
I have been
You've
groomed.
been groomed to like it.
I will say that. Yeah. High fashion, Saks Fifth Avenue. Went with the kid with my mom, walking up and down, window shopping, the stores, the fucking ahs.
You grew up with class.
Exactly, dude. Some say class. Yes. Yeah. Some will be like, "Oh, you're a fucking privileged little bitch, boy."
Mike, he's better.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
I mean, I think I am. I think there's a sense of taste and a level of expectation. The bar is set, and I hold myself accountable, just like Meryl Streep does. All right, dude, that's all you can fucking ask for. All right, so if you haven't seen Devil Wears Prada, go watch it. And honestly, dude, if you do have a girlfriend or a significant other and you want a date night movie, great date night movie because you actually enjoy the movie too, dude.
Wingman Tony,
bang,
he's got you,
dude. And you're gonna be like, oh my god, like you're gonna watch that. I'm gonna suck your dick after. Oh, yeah, dude.
That's fucking right.
But yeah, dude. Next up, speaking of great movies, great directors, new James Bond director was announced. And it's so funny because I was looking up how to pronounce his fucking name because I always get it wrong. Because he's a French fuck. But his name is Denis Villeneuve. I believe I think it's technically Villeneuve. I believe it's Denny, by the way. They don't even say that it's not Dennis like an American Dennis. It's spelled like Dennis, but they no S. Denis Villeneuve. Villeneuve. French, whatever. But we know him, Dune, dude.
Oh, the Dune series?
He's the Dune guy.
That's sick,
are you fucking kidding me?
That's fucking sick,
man. So
hell yeah, I'm for that.
Yeah.
Big man director doing Bond, which is great. And I've said this before. I'm super nervous about James Bond series being bought by Amazon here. Like what they're gonna do.
That's unsettling. It's unsettling.
And they're already talking about doing spin-offs, a Money Penny spin-off, a Q spin-off. And it's like, God damn it, dude. They're gonna fucking murder James Bond, dude. And especially when you think of like how many years it was in the Broccoli family. Forever, dude. They made all the fucking movies, and they finally sold it. Probably made so much goddamn money, and hopefully, just Amazon just does it right. And
if Amazon really wants to make a lot of money, they need to do an odd job.
That would be sick, dude.
Get all the fucking GoldenEye 007 N64 fans.
Yeah,
like, odd job. He's faster than everyone else.
He's got the fucking hat, dude. It's a one-shot kill.
Headshot him,
yeah, dude. But. That's basically for rapid fire news. Good for Denis, and I think good for everybody, dude. So how about that? Rapid fire news.
Yeah, we got a few more banners here though. What is this? Those
are just other segments we do sometimes if I have them. I don't have any DVD pickups.
No, I ain't doing it now.
And unless you guys have one off the top of your dome YouTube video.
Actually, I got a VHS pickup. I'll do it for you.
I have a video of the day. I talked about it before. I want to bring it up, but no. Okay, VHS pickup. Come on, VHS pickup.
All right. I had an idea for you do video of the day, but that's fine. We don't need to.
No, we can do two. We can do two.
No. I don't have. I'm saying I don't really have.
Then I'll do.
We do have a comment though. While Michael gets that tape.
Let's get him.
I wonder what tape he's gonna get. Oh, it's that fucking Rowdy Piper guy. Derek Ho. Hello, Derek Ho. That's all Derek Ho ever says is hi or hi there. Never like how are you or anything.
But you know what? He's coming into chat. He's leaving a comment for the algorithm. You got to at least thank him for that. It's not a lot to work off of, but we at least, you know what though? It's actually likely that he's a real person.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's.
It's your movie. Like what the fuck, boy?
I think he's a real person.
Oh my god, dude.
I don't know about all of our Twitter followers, but
Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't know, man.
VHS pickup.
all right, let's get to Mike. Let's
I
go.
mean,
They influence our decisions without us knowing it. Sound familiar? They numb our senses without us feeling it.
Sound familiar?
They control our lives without us realizing it.
Mhm.
They live.
It's a great one.
This
Get,
is
get it closer to the camera now, Michael. Never mind. That's the wrong one. Give it to Tony. Give it to Tony.
I know, right?
No, what?
That's what I said. But he didn't want it.
He was doing the segment.
Pop it up. Come on, pop it up.
Right
Yeah,
there,
get the close one. There, they live. There you go. There's a little glare on it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, we're the best.
Set in base in 2025.
Which is kind of wild if you think about it.
That's where we are right now.
Oh fuck, dude.
What?
It's like old
He
dusty.
broke it.
Old dusty.
He's getting you back for last night.
You see them in the street. You watch them on TV. You think they're people just like you and I? You're wrong.
One who sees.
Dead wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the fucking glasses, dude.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Classic. That's iconic.
Yeah,
Iconic.
it's iconic.
We gotta have that on rotation in the studio here.
Now
why
we
not,
will.
dude? Might
Put
as
it on
well.
one of these CRTs.
CRT.
Yeah, I'm down, dude.
Let's do it.
We do have some great films on today, dude. By the way, I put this one on for Michael. He hasn't said anything though.
Judge Dredd.
You know who plays Judge Dredd in this one?
Sylvester.
No, it's the remake.
Oh, I don't know the remake. Oh, no. No.
It's someone you know and you've been watching closely.
Really?
Keith Urban.
Is Billy Butcher?
Yeah.
Ain't no way.
Yeah, dude. He's really bad in it. It's not a good movie at all. Yeah, it's pretty fucking bad, dude.
Billy's also in Xena.
Like literally like almost like the Running Man remake. Like how they're gonna botch it, by the way, because we watched that trailer. We should talk about that, but it doesn't really matter now because they're gonna botch that fucking movie, by the way. They fucking botched this one too. Like because they changed the whole
Is
plot.
he a little twat?
They changed the plot, dude. He's okay, I guess. But again, bad writing, laziness. Lena Headey is okay, I guess. But we also have Ferris Bueller's Day Off, great movie. And then to the left of it, dude, we have Malibu's Most Wanted on VHS. To the left of that, we have the remake of Psycho, which they didn't butcher, which they have Vince Vaughn and Fanning or whatever her name is, who passed away, R.I.P. And then there we have Freddy vs. Jason, which is also really good. And then across yonder, we have Honey, I Shrunk Ourselves, which is better than the other ones. And then speaking of Sylvester, we have Demolition Man and then Toy Story on because Toy Story came out in July of 95.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
So suck it.
That's 30 years?
30 years ago.
30 years ago?
That's right.
November it'll
No
be.
decimal points.
Dude, I love that. Makes me happy.
So what do you want to share? What do you got for
All
us?
right, so
or YouTube video.
Yeah,
that's
so
right.
YouTube video of the day. Let me share it on
this is
here.
really doing
YouTube
it.
video of the day.
All right, so
You gotta do that.
we recently played Last of Us Part 2
Yes.
on
Are you going to play this whole clip, though?
No. I don't even have to honestly play it. I just want to show people what it is.
That's his YouTube video of the day. We're gonna watch this episode
Yeah,
of the
hold
Gaming
on,
Corner.
hold on. YouTube video of the day. Here we go. I want to flash this up, and then I'm
Flash
also going to go
yourself.
up here and I'm going to scroll this up a little bit so you can see.
Yeah, what do we got?
So it's this creator called Wendigoon. He covers a lot of really cool stories. Like he did a lot of what's the like he covers like weird cults or like urban legends or like conspiracies. He did the whole thing about how like Martin Luther King was assassinated. He covers the JFK assassination.
Cool.
Covers a lot of really cool stuff. But he did this video on The Last of Us Part 2 story and his criticisms of it. And the main thing in his video he talks about is that like, The Last of Us Part 2 is basically constantly trying to be like Joel was wrong. Like Abby was justified in doing what she did or whatever, right?
Oh, this is the guy's video. Okay.
Yeah, this is this guy's video. And like so he essentially is without I still want go watch it if you're watching this because it's a good video. It's something that you could put on and eat some food, just kind of have in the background. Maybe you pick up something, maybe you don't, but
watch with your girlfriend.
Watch with your girlfriend, maybe. She might not like it, but it's a cool video. He's basically saying Joel was right. Fireflies were fucking ragtag bullshit. They didn't know what they were doing. That Ellie was they had no idea if they were actually going to be able to get any vaccine from Ellie or not. It's like they might be able to, but like there's a lot of variables that could have been like, oh, she just died for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like, yo, Joel was in the right. And the story itself, like the story beats were actually not terrible story beats. It was the wrong characters telling the wrong story, like saying this really is Joel's story. And people, like the fan base, really cares more than anything about Joel and Ellie's relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we were sold on in the first game, and replacing that with Abby and then the other the side characters.
Owen
that follow her, or the Asians.
Oh, Dana and Jesse.
The scars or whatever. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the scars.
I don't know, man. It never hit for me. So there's like, I can definitely relate to this guy in like, he's criticizing the story, but like from a different angle than I would. And he's definitely appreciating it more at the same time than I would. Cause I personally don't even really like a lot of the story beats in the second one, but I just think it's cool to get some other perspective. Cause I feel like, this is something that we did recently, and I at least wanted to shout it out just because it's like a 4-year-old video, whatever, but it's actually like something I watched recently. Great take, good pacing in the video. Check it out. So it's on screen here. It's Wendigoon, spelled, let me get it up here. It's Wendigoon. And it's just The Last of Us Part 2 is telling the wrong story is the title of the video. But it's I think it's cool.
It's interesting.
It's somewhat relevant to stuff we've done on Gaming Corner.
It is really funny to me how like polarizing.
Like
Part 2 made the fan base of The Last of Us, because I don't know, man. I really didn't. You're not wrong when you say they could have went,
but you're not that bothered
in a different direction. They definitely could have. They could have went in a different direction, no doubt.
Yeah,
and it probably still would have been. It would have been a good story, But like I like the way things progressed in that game in terms of the story, and I think it kind of made sense to me.
Okay, my favorite part in that was watching. Was it you or Mike fighting that big boss, the big chubby boss? Yeah. Mike, come on, come on. Where are you now?
Where are you now?
What do you mean? Where are I need like normal. Okay. There you go. This is for Mike. He put a number on that game. He really he put some hours on it. You got to see, very long game.
Very long.
Like
my cock.
So yeah, long cock Tony.
What a nickname in high school.
Yeah, long cock Tony. All right. Well, I guess is that kind of it then? Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah, dude. We ran an hour and a half, so we're definitely like, we put it in our time. We did. We paid our dues. And I don't really have anything else to talk about.
Okay. Where's my is it this one right here?
That is the typical Tony close out.
Okay, Tony close out. All right. Sign us off. Thanks
dude. So, do you want to do it?
No. Just I'm reminding you because you need to be reminded.
You reminded me. I reminded you.
No, you know what you're doing. I don't know what I'm doing.
We remind each other, dude. Yeah. It's okay, dude. Nobody really knows they're doing. James Gunn, I don't think knows what he's doing.
No.
And I really will be interested to see. Like, not for nothing. I feel like it's Thursday. Not many people have seen this movie. Like, I would imagine the bulk of people that are going to see it today are seeing it right now. To be honest.
Yeah.
So right, like who would have? Not for nothing. I was kind of surprised at how empty our theater was.
Yeah. Also, Love Island ends on the 15th.
No one gives a shit, dude.
Just letting people know.
Do you watch Love Island?
I thought it was sold out. The theater.
Yeah, it was supposed to be,
but
it was almost full. Like
people bought tickets. Were like, nah.
I guess not, because the ones that were open were like, dude, like there were no seats next to each other on that grid besides the 3 that I got.
Yeah. And
then there were some like seats open in the first couple rows.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, dude. We have to buy that right now.
So I want to end with this before we sign off.
Oh,
dude, movie theaters kind of suck. At least for me, I can say this. I don't find those seats to be comfortable at all.
Me either.
I don't like how cushiony they are.
Interesting.
You sink in that, and the okay, maybe it's because I'm a short guy, right? Only like 5'6", 5'6.5" on a good day, right? I'm feeling extra tall, extra half an inch, make a difference. Tony's really fucking grilling me. But like those seats have a lot of depth, so I feel like it's like if I sit back in the seat so that my back is like supported and straight, right? I feel like my legs aren't touching the ground, so it's like it's really awkward. Yeah. And then if I sit forward, it's that's also awkward because everyone else is sitting back.
Yeah,
the guy like
forward.
Leaning forward. Also, dude, okay, I don't know if it's just the Dolby, whatever dude, that shit's too loud. That
You
shit's
think
way
so?
too loud.
Interesting.
I'm
He's
a sound.
sensitive, though.
No, I'm a sound engineer. Okay, everyone's got to know this. I do sound for a living. So, like, you know,
I know sound.
I just know what a good volume is, and that's
Mhm.
too loud. That is too loud. That
Interesting.
actually is hurting people's eardrums, for sure, 100%. It's easily like above 110 decibels,
Mhm.
especially with the subs going and everything. That's like you're doing damage to your eardrums.
Yeah, maybe. I don't have good hearing, so.
I mean, I'm just saying that like I want to like the movie theater experience, but I feel like I don't know if it's just nostalgia, but I liked it a lot more back in the day.
Oh, man, dude.
Even when I was a little kid with more shortness to deal with, you know what I mean? Those seats weren't that as uncomfortable.
You know, between you and not happy with the theater, then you just falling asleep. I gotta find new people to go to the theaters with.
I mean,
Like,
I'll
this
go
is
with you. I mean,
ridiculous.
I appreciate that you're like you insist, right? We talked about this insisting. You're like, I want Joey to come to the movie. I want Joey to do Binge Buddies, even though he said maybe. I'm gonna say, you know what? I insist. So that's what you did, dude.
I did insist.
That's why you're a good friend.
I continue to
you
insist.
encourage your friends to try new things.
Yes,
and that's
I
what
like
it's
that,
about.
dude.
That's what it's about.
That's what it's about. Exactly.
You know, I don't go to the movies a lot, but
Mhm.
if Tony says, "Hey, I really think it'd be cool if you came
Like,
and
let's
saw this
fucking
movie
go.
with us," and
Mhm.
I'd be like, "Yeah, dude, that's sick." The boys hanging out, watching a movie, trashing it afterwards.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
some guy trying to grab your drink.
Yeah,
That was ooh,
dude, I like
yo,
that.
was-
I like that he did that because I was like, I was ready to be like, dude, that is not your drink.
He's like, "This is mine." He said, "What, dude?"
Yeah, I told it was right here.
Oh, that was so funny, dude.
No, Mike saved me for that part. Mike was like, "Hey, excuse me, sir. I think that this over here is your drink."
I knew Joey was gonna get like angry.
Dude, he was like, dude, the guy was like, "I'm sorry." And Joe was like,
You should have let it fly and just took out your phone and started filming. Kind of got a viral video, dude. You could have made so much money, but you just fucking you wanted to be a good friend instead.
Also, I will say in terms of the seats, the one thing I do find annoying about those seats is that when you go to like put the legs up, it automatically starts to like the back reclines at the same time the legs.
You need to be able to
things go up.
independently adjust those.
Yes, dude. Like
Yes.
that, and that's not anything crazy, dude. Because like sometimes, like I want to just have my back upright, like I want to be at a 9-degree angle. Like,
Yeah.
and they don't offer that.
You should have
I
options.
like those chairs.
Yeah.
But
So I don't know.
Fucking
I don't know
every
what
time, dude.
we just got to find a theater that has good chairs.
I'm trying to think of like the Cinemark in Milford.
That one's all right. I feel like
Right?
both the AMC and the Cinemark are kind of on par with each other. You know,
Yeah, I guess so.
they're like good and bad in different ways.
Yeah.
All right, do you want to sign off now? I think Mike hates us. He wants
Mike's,
us. Yeah.
Mike's wanted to be home like an
I don't
hour
hate
ago,
you
dude.
guys.
No, he
Yeah.
does, dude. All right. Well,
Everyone
I
look
want
at
to
him.
thank everyone in here for tuning in. All right. It was a great experience here. I'm really happy we could see this movie and bring our review fresh off our minds tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you watched this entire episode and haven't seen Superman, I mean, good for you. I don't know about these two, but I still say go see it. I know Joey said no. I guess Mike said no too, but I would say go see it in theaters. Again, it's just for the experience, the blockbuster theme, and I do feel like people will like it. I don't think my opinion is like gospel or anything. But in any case, hope you enjoyed this episode here. Be on the lookout for our next episode of Binge Buddies. We do it every other week now. It seems at our discretion, I guess, on what day. We did say Fridays, I think, but obviously it's Thursday. But hey, again, like the summer blockbuster, Superman, whatever, dude. And if you enjoyed this episode, you can go to our YouTube channel, Downtime TV, watch plenty other episodes of Binge Buddies. There's some great ones out there. We ranked movies, actors, stuff like that. And of course, if you're there, Sports Port, if you're into the gaming corner every Wednesday night as well. So a lot to be good, a lot of good to be watching out there. Please do like our videos if you do. Drop us a sub, hit the notifications button so you don't miss a damn thing. Merch, downtimetv.com. The Beef Octane, obviously. Discount code, Downtime TV, 10% off. What's up, dude? We'll be back here. Well, actually, no, I'm done for the week, actually. So is Joey. Mike will be back here tomorrow morning with Mr. Brian, Sports Port, dude. They're going to be breaking down the Mets getting swept tomorrow. And I guess the Yankees, who are losing right now.
You like that a little bit? Admit it.
You know what, dude? I don't really root for the Yankees to lose, but it is better for me if they lose when the Mets also lose.
Yeah,
because it kind of takes off a little bit of the heat.
Right. So it's like it's not like, oh, Mets suck extra. It's like, no, you guys New York
dude.
sucks in general.
Exactly, dude. So it's
Not
got
focused on
misery
you.
loves company.
That's right.
It's basically what you should take
I
away
like
from
that,
that story,
yeah.
dude.
Take that away.
And take it to the bank right now, because everyone have a great night, and we'll see you next week for Binge Buddies.
Okay, here we go. Later.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.